There is no place like home. A home is where the heart is, or that's what they say. My name is Kelly O'Brien. I am a resident, or was a resident, of my house for the past 15 years. I had many memories in that house. I got my first puppy, as shown in the top left corner. I advanced in my artistry skills. For my job, I cooked my first meal, which was Alfredo, and so much more. I even remember going to my favorite little coffee shop on the corner. But what is it now? A Starbucks. It is a shame of what has occurred to me, that home, and this community. The first time I realized what was happening to my community, I was cooking in my kitchen, and I looked out my big window to a construction worker demolishing a home quite close to me. I was uncomfortable and terrified. I couldn't even explain the way I felt when I first saw that. I felt alone because I knew soon that would happen to me in my home. I lived in this town which was only 15 minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia. My neighbors were the most generous people you could ever meet. When I moved in, they gave me cookies and they all welcomed me to the neighborhood. However, soon, this town that I lived in was reforming into something negative. That's for sure. Those people that gave me those cookies are no longer even in that neighborhood. I will soon explain why I am no longer in this house, but sometimes I do drive past my old neighborhood in disgust because there's always construction on every corner. Old houses becoming new houses, old businesses becoming new businesses. I can imagine the drilling, sawing, and endless work they are putting into this neighborhood, just so that the longtime residents don't even feel at home anymore. This is ridiculous, outrageous, and just depressing. This was my home to the right. I loved it. It was just perfect. Small, but big enough for me and my dog, and just for my first home. Here it is now. It saddens me that it has changed so much. This neighborhood was always a very low income community with affordable housing, but now it's becoming the complete opposite. Across from where I lived was my favorite view. There were trees, green spaces for my dog, and now, you guess it, houses. What is this called, you may ask? Gentrification. Gentrification is forcing many households here in Philly to spend a much higher percentage of their income on housing. It is something that needs to be stopped. It is making many residents across the country to leave their home because they can no longer afford it. This is a problem we need to overcome. This is the cause of why I am no longer in my house. I can no longer afford it. I could not even bear to see the view outside of my house anymore. My friends were losing their homes. I could not even describe the feeling of pain I felt when I saw each and every family being forced to move out. My heart shattered the day I moved out of my house. I thought I was going to be there for another 15 years, but my home was not even the home that I fell in love with 15 years ago. That community is not even a community anymore. Gentrification needs to be stopped. We need to spread awareness so it can end. Home is not home anymore. We can end gentrification by gaining the resources to make housing affordable. This can also help long-term residents stay in their homes. We need to make City Council pass legislation that requires developers to pay a construction tax. We also could generate money to the trust fund every year if we charged a few extra dollars per square foot of new construction. We need to get our voices heard. We need to stop this. It is kicking people out of their homes. We need to be strong as one to stop this construction. We need our homes back.